Hey people, Injured here, 1v1, Jarilo's Forge, blue side. We have ValHero, previously known as Dark Hero, rocking a Plague Champion, starts off in ranged combat with a damage of a time bulk gun. There's the camera freaking out, as it always does on this map. It should clear up in a second, just the height map around here is a bit weird. But yeah, this guy also has some strong defense and support, can get melee weapons too. Up against is Toilailee, with a Lord General fighting in ranged combat, begins with a retinue of stormtroopers, really strong defense and support can also add to this retinue. One of the most experienced players still playing Dawn of War 2 is Toilailee, so no pressure. Here comes a Sentinel. Looks like we're not getting some more heretics for ValHero, so most likely into some more CSM. But we could see some Havocs trying to lock down this central area maybe. Looks like they are going to clash on the southwest. Lord the General hiding. Heretics going for a flank, or they might just be going to cap. Here comes the Sentinel. Here come the Guardsmen. Plague Champion is going to join in. There we go. The General takes the garrison though. Sentinel trying to intimidate the Plague Champion. Maybe he can, yeah, just crush his cover there, which is handy. Doesn't seem too bothered. They're trying to focus down the CSM right now. Meanwhile, Heretics are making their way up. Not sure what they were waiting for. Maybe for the Lord General to get out of the garrison there. And mouse is not working. There we go. There we go. CSM go for the garrison. There's a Doom Blast on those guardsmen. Poor bastards. More guardsmen joining the fight though. And Heretics actually did pretty well to get away with 5 models. Oh, 4 models still. That's pretty good. Look at that. Down to 82 hit points on 4 models. Here comes the second CSM squad. They can get into melee with the guardsmen now. Did the Sentinel use the stomp on the Heretics? Nope, it's going to use it on the CSM. They're getting pretty low actually. Could drop a model. The Plague Champion's in the garrison with barely any hit points. Gonna die, I think, that guy. Unless they can force off all the guardsmen before he goes down. Nope, gets shot out of the garrison. Some more melee. They're gonna need to run. CSM did not drop a model, so only lost Heretic models and the Plague Champion's 250 rep to get back. So that is quite a big loss there. Bunch of guardsmen died, but kind of who cares? That's what they're there for. Nobody's interested in VPs right now. Get those resource points. Heretics are going for the fully matured wreck point in the mid there. Decap that, at least. Stomp. The stomp hit one of them and didn't knock him over. I guess a knockback only applies to a certain radius, and after that, you get the stun still. Which is kind of cool. Maybe they can get out and then go for that VP. Plague Champions in the mid, looking for some heavy cover. There we go. The Lord the General not worried about cover right now. Is going to lose the retinue fellas. There we go. There's one. There's some CSM from the flank. Do they want to try to get into melee? Because the Sentinel will have that stomp available again. There's some Nurgle worship. We have an aspiring champion Heretic squad. I was going to say, like, just get some more Heretics and go double grenade launchers here. You would really punish Toilailee's minimal army. Looks like they want a quick tier 2 maybe, or they might be saving up for Catachins. They need a little bit more requisition. Heretics down to just the aspiring champion, needs to flee. Plague Champion's cover's been destroyed. Nobody can have any cover. Not even the guardsmen back there. They are getting messed up. If you get double grenade launchers and double Eternal War, you can really shred guardsmen in tier 1. But it's quite a lot of power spent. What is this? It's a Sentinel. Nothing for you to decap, buddy. I know, it's so sad. We are going to get a victory point capture, guys. And we do see Catachins from Toilailee. Very versatile infantry that can disrupt. Can fight in melee pretty well. There's the camera freaking out again. And that smoke grenade could do some work for them too against the bolter fire they're facing. Are they going to be aggressive here? Just go into melee with the CSM. Set it up with a shotgun blast maybe. Especially these guys that are quite low. There's some Nurgle worship. Providing health regen to ValHero's units. And we do have the medical sergeant for the Lord General there. He can hand out medical packs, no doubt. Has given one to the Catachins. You just saw them heal themselves. There's a shotgun blast. They do not close for melee though. Maybe they're wary of the Doom Blasting Heretics coming in. Backing off here now, using the Sentinel at the front of the army. Close enough to repair. Where are the other guardsmen? They are trying to cap the southwest VP, I think. More Nurgle worship. Yeah, I think it's worth shooting up those heretics. They're out of cover because they're worshipping. And you can pick them down pretty quickly. Good stomp from the Sentinel. And the Catechins go in on the Plague Champion. He's very bad in melee by default, the Plague Champion. And these guys with their power weapons are a big threat to him in melee. Oh, that was a Breath of Nurgle heal, I think. It was. That switched that engagement quite well. Catechins still doing some good work. Some repairs for the Sentinel. Not sure what the cooldown on the stomp is. Those CSM got very, very low. Down to a single model, in fact. Catechins did some really good work there. Even with that Breath of Nurgle heal going in too. Lord General now getting stuck into the Plague Champion. Nope, runs away. Little burst of Nurgle worship. These CSM are quite healthy. Sentinel's going to try and get a decap. The Lord General takes the heavy cover. And they did grab that southwestern VP. So it's a 1-to-1. Going to be a single after this decap. And most likely both players ride this to tier 2, I would think. We do have some more heretics. And they do have grenade launchers. Really bad news for guardsmen. And you have that on-demand disruption too. Can be really painful for Catechins actually, since they tend to bunch up. CSM getting quite low here. Now going into melee. Heretics trying to pressure. And they get in. There's a Doom Blast. Almost wiped out those guys actually. Sentinel does get the stomp. Couldn't quite get it done quickly enough to save some guardsman models there, but the Lord General is still okay. Well, his retinue are falling down, but they can fall down all they want. Reinforces them quite easily. Good usage of this Nurgle worship here. Got those guys in a good position behind the army, and a big Breath of Nurgle heal there. Trying to pick apart the heretics with grenade launchers. As you can see, they don't have their aspiring champion. So they're at 75 hit points per model, not a lot. Sentinel with another great stomp. Done so much work here for Toilailee, and both players do go tier 2. Expecting a Chimera, maybe a Blood Crusher for ValHero, or just straight into Plague Marines perhaps. Blood Crusher's a bit more aggressive. Could maybe use it to pressure the power up there. Plague Champion outnumbered now, backs off. No cover here. Oh, these guys have a little bit, although, you know, it's directional. Here comes some heretics as a Breath of Nurgle heal. They can disrupt this, maybe stop the cap. Using the line of sight blocker. Grenade launchers, as you may expect, and go over that kind of thing. And there's the barrage. And it does stop the cap just in time too. Here's the Catechins. Did they put a explosive somewhere? Where were they doing all this time? Well, here they are. They do act as a detect unit, but Chaos doesn't have any way to infiltrate stuff other than the Chaos Sorcerer. CSM got a bit isolated there. Will they drop a model though? Will they be punished for it? Some Nurgle worship helps them out. Looks like they are going to get away with 3 models. The Lord General now pushing, tying up the grenade launcher heretics because they are quite a big damage output threat. The Lord General is persuaded to leave. A creeping barrage now. Tries to dodge it. Dodged it with a CSM. Dodged it with one of the heretics, but those guys got into big trouble. And the Doom Blasting model was one all the way over there, so it didn't even do anything. The Aspiring Champion maybe gets taken out. It's going to be close. 29 hit points and gets away. There's an Noxious Cloud. Oh, that could wipe out the Catechins. Look where they are. There's some stuff in retreat path-ish too. It might be enough. Get that Plague Bolter going. Can they get at the last fella? They can. Catechins wipe. Chimera on the way for Toilailee. That Noxious Cloud you saw was a global ability of the Plague Champion using the red resource, which you can see there. Still has a decent amount of it. Level 2 Sentinels done really well so far. And Chimera will most likely just park itself in the mid. Maybe follow the Guardsmen to the VPs. Can be tough for Toilailee to contest the other VPs here because it doesn't want to move the Guardsmen away from the vehicles if they can help it. It wants to keep the repair support and of course the reinforcement from the Chimera. So it might be the Lord General running off to cap now and then. Goes for the Melter Guns. And there is a Blood Crusher on the way, so that's a good choice. And here's a Chimera. Support and transport vehicle for Guardsmen. Or for the Imperial Guard, I should say. Some Nurgle worship now. Blood Crusher will be a decent threat to it, but with Melter Guns and potentially Missile Launcher Sentinel, the Blood Crusher is going to be under threat itself. And here it is. A Bloodletter riding a Juggernaut. Heavy melee damage demon. Benefits greatly from worship. Has some good mobility, but only 600 hit points. And doesn't have melee resistance too, which isn't that important here. But does come up in other matchups. Gonna get a full bash maybe here. Oh, we have double Plasma Guardsmen now. So all of a sudden, they become super efficient damage output for Toilailee against those CSM. Got some Mark of Khorne Chaos Space Marines for ValHero. In fact, double Mark of Khorne Chaos Space Marines. Not interested in a shooting match here. Just get into the face and chop them up. Sentinel's going to need to be on point, trying to keep these guys split up, so the Sentinel can only stomp one of them. Blood Crusher going for some kind of flank. Heretics staying near it. This is a good approach from ValHero, trying to envelop Toilailee's army, not just coming from one direction. Has to do a big old retreat. They do have their Commissar leaders, so they can stop the retreat with a swift shot to the face of one of them. Well, back and head, mostly. Oh, here comes the Nurgle Shrine. Oh, down goes the Nurgle Shrine. Lord General now being tied up, so he can't fire those Melter Guns. Note that his retinue Stormtroopers also get Melter Guns. Oh, man. That's plasma for you, fellas. That was nasty. Stomp on the Heretics, so they can't produce the Shrine. The Nurgle Shrine's so good. And this is going to be a really awkward place to put it for Toilailee too. We do have the Missile Launcher Sentinel. Those crack missiles on the Blood Crusher. Now it's backing off to worship range and the Shrine is up. So by default, it grants a heal every few seconds and also suppresses enemies that get close. But if you worship the Shrine, you can then reinforce off it, which is awesome. And it heals more often, I believe. These guys aren't quite close enough to get suppressed, but it's going to be awkward for the Lord General because he's going to want, there we go, there's the suppression. He's going to want to get the Melter Guns on it using the Fight Harder to buff the Guardsmen. Those guys ducking inside of the Chimera there. What do we have in terms of VPs? It's a 1-to-1 cap. A decent lead for Toilailee. It's been a constant running battle, hasn't it, since that first engagement. Creeping Barrage. Yeah, I think they're technically still worshipping the Shrine even though they're miles away, which is quite fun. Looks like it is going to go down. The Lord General, though, gets suppressed. He needed to come in from a wider angle, but they do get it done. The Bile Spewer in play now for the Plague Champion. Awesome weapon. Debuff on hit. Good damage. And can really mess up structures. Also, the Bilious Discharge is awesome. We have the Armor of Pestilence too. Blood Crusher smacking up the Lord General a bit. And there's a Noxious Cloud. That is some serious damage. They are reinforcing 3 at a time though. But look at those kills. They're going to duck inside the Chimera, I think. Yeah. But they were outpacing it with their reinforcement there. Down goes the Sentinel. CSM almost level 3. What about these fellas? Also almost level 3. Great place to fight there for ValHero. Might have been worth Toilailee trying to switch where the fight was, or maybe just approach from the north here, because this was a massive pain in the ass. Shielding those worshipping heretics, shielding the Shrine as well. Toilailee down to just 3 units on the field. They're doing a hell of a lot of work, those 3 units. Blood Crusher charges away. This guy's been awesome too. Already into level 2 here. What is this? It's Mark of Khorne CSM. Smacking on a node for Khorne. Very upset that it's not bleeding, I think. Looks like the Lord the General is going to cap the mid, and double CSM, sorry, double Guardsman is enough to scare off these other Mark of Khorne CSM. Going to grab that one. Did they get the node? Not quite. Not the most effective power bash I've ever seen. Some Nurgle worship there to help out that Blood Crusher. They seem indecisive. Okay, they are now dodging the Chimera. They're going to take some plasma gun shots though. Look at that. That's a lot of damage as they got in there. That was like 1 second of those guardsmen shooting. Blood Crusher giving chase. You can get some rear armor hits. Could put some real pressure on the Chimera. Oh, those guys just got their aspiring champion and another fella died. Bleeding profusely. Khorne would be pleased. Look at that. Heretics kind of caught out there. Might be a grenade barrage and retreat here. Yep. Didn't even get the full barrage, I don't think. They have 6 grenade launchers, I think. Well, in a full squad anyway. Maybe they didn't have them all. Blade Champion trying to bash. Not as effective as he once was at bashing with the Bile Spear, but still does a decent job there. Now being tied up. There's the Aura of Decay, and you saw a Breath of Nurgle heal in there too. Did get the node and the generator. Ogren's up for Toilailee. Heavy melee damage, super heavy infantry armor. They're going to make a big difference here. Really powerful squad, I think. One of the biggest requests I see in YouTube comments is, hey, can you get the, as if I can do it. Hey, can we get Bullgrins for the Ogrins? Like, people want a tier 3 upgrade for the Ogrins so that they scale better. I think Ogrins scale super well in a 1v1 scenario. Obviously, on this channel, you mostly see 3v3s where Ogrins can be overwhelmed by the sheer weight of fire they face. But in 1v1s, they typically do super well. They could be messed up by the Bile Spewer here. If they did make Bullgrins, which would be really fun, don't get me wrong, they'd have to redo the animations probably as well, because those guys hold shields and stuff. And they either have power mauls or like grenade launcher things that they attach to their arm, I think. But yeah, Ogrins typically in 1v1s scale pretty well into tier 3, I think. 286 to 389. Would still be great to see some Bullgrins though. Maybe limited to 1 or something. Like Stern Guard and Vanguard. Blood Crusher's been amazing. We do have some Plague Marines too for ValHero. They have that snaring missile launch. They can try and slow down the Chimera for the Blood Crusher to go in. But the Blood Crusher to be under threat now big time from the Ogrins because it doesn't have melee resistance. And these guys have that heavy melee. And there's a turret going up. Heavy turret. Massive anti-vehicle damage on that thing. There are some approaches where they can cut off line of fire. Blade Champion's going to take a lot of damage here. Uses the Bilious Discharge, but then needs to run, I think. Yep. So those guys are all slowed down for a bit, but they're not too bothered by it. Where are the other heretics that are right here? Still the 2-1 for Toilailee. ValHero with a massive army. Wary of going after it though, eh? Ogrins hanging back for now. They do have their Bone Leader, so they can disrupt with User Ed. 243 to 389. Some Nurgle worship, of course. They really don't want to push, eh, without the Plague Champion. Could be a bit more aggressive here, I think. Double CSM in amongst the Ogrins should do decent work. Then you've got the Blood Crusher and Plague Marines to go after the Chimera. The problem there is that you leave these guys free to shoot the crap out of you. Can maybe disrupt them with the grenade launchers and then put some more pressure on that way. Send the heretics in perhaps, but you probably want these guys worshipping the Blood Crusher. Plague Champion's going for the VP in the northeast. Divide and Conquer. Going to get a little bit of a power bash here. Manticore on the way for Toilailee. And some late Raptors up for ValHero. Who needs tier 3? Node was deactivated. As the Chaos fella just said. This guy can't shoot at the VP apparently. Can't quite get it done. Now it's twitching. Might need a Bilious Discharge here, Mr. Plague Champion. Yep. The turret can't quite shoot through there. There's the discharge and a Aura of Decay knockback. Now what? Are the CSM going to go into melee with those fellas? Looks like they're up for it. See that melter pistol, sorry, getting shots in from the aspiring champion. And we have the Commissar retinue member now for the Lord the General. Grants him a pretty nifty shield. And is quite decent in combat himself. Here we go. Raptors jumping in. That suppression on landing. And that's how you deal with the blob of guardsmen, I guess. That is a touch of Nurgle on those CSM. Toilailee runs away, so it's going to be kind of wasted. Although forcing a retreat maybe isn't wasting it. I don't think they would have stayed in the combat though, even without the touch of Nurgle. There's creeping barrage to try and get them off the turret. The turret does have vehicle armor, so the Bile Spear isn't doing a huge amount of work. Blood Crusher in amongst the Lord General there. They can't fire that melter gun, or melter guns, I guess. And the Plague Marines are also in there. Raptors with an aspiring champion does give them a heavy melee weapon, so they can probably get this turret down here. Ogrins on the Blood Crusher. Nurgle Worship came in really fast though. There is a Manticore Strike. That was a great place to put it. Did lose the turret. Not sure how much damage they do really. These guys only lost one model. Raptors only lost one model. That's a good push from ValHero. Don't think the Ogrins dropped a model though. So now can the Guardsmen avoid the jump if they really quickly can maybe duck inside the Chimera in time as the Raptors are in the air kind of thing. Heavy weapon squad on the way now for Toilailee. Ogrins go for the northeastern cap. How are they smart enough to cap a point? They're getting it done. They should only be able to cap when they have their boned leader, I think. What level are these guys on? 3. Very nearly level 4 though. Oh, they're getting too close to the CSM. Way too close. Toilailee must have been watching somewhere else. Has the 2-1 cap now, 205 to 389. Rosters are full of death on both sides. CSM at level 3 and level 2. Almost level 5 Plague Champion. There's the jump. They can't quite get into the Chimera. Chimera gets close enough for them to jump in, I think. There we go. And the Chimera is unique amongst transports that the units inside can shoot out of it. Or rather, operate the little turrets on the side. Heavy weapon squad here with a heavy bolter. Help control the enemy infantry and maybe bait a jump from the Raptors. Oh, another heavy turret goes up. Again, struggling to shoot stuff here. Look at this. Can't get any shots away. Should have put it more central, I think. Although, I mean, the idea is you can cover 2 VPs from here, but it's struggling to do so. Touch of Nurgle on the Chaos Space Marines again forces the Ogrins off. You know what? They did pretty well there. I mean, they are level 3 Chaos Space Marines against level 1 Ogrins. And level is often the deciding factor in a melee fight because it gives you more melee skill. More melee skill means more special attacks, and special attacks win you melee fights. Blood Crusher just roaring a bit, making them run away. 190 to 351. There's a triple cap there for ValHero now. Needs to tuck themselves in the middle a little bit more, I think. Toilailee contest that VP a bit more. Got some Nurgle Worship. We've got level 1 Raptors. This is a bunker. Are these guys wanting to get inside the bunker? Is that the idea? Is that even close enough for them to hit the VP? They are getting inside of it. They could be super vulnerable to the Bile Spewer if the Plague Champion can get close enough. He's getting shot up in the mid though. If those guardsmen were a little bit further away, he wouldn't be able to shoot back. But as it stands, he's doing some good work. But does go down, surely? Yeah. Here comes some Chaos Space Marines. Did the melter gun even get a shot there? Oh, they're not even targeting it. There we go. Now they're targeting it. Raptors jumping in. Ogrins there to counter-initiate though. They are going after that turret. Ogrins see them off with those Ripper guns, just smacking them to death. They might wipe them out, in fact. And the Raptors do indeed wipe. Heretics are grabbing the VP. Down goes the Chimera, though. Blood Crusher is still around. Plague Marines helping to take down that Chimera there. Ogrins now trying to chase down this Blood Crusher, I think. Not sure they're going to be able to do it. They are relatively quick on their feet, actually, Ogrins. Much quicker than you think looking at them. Especially when they get into that melee charge. It looks like the Lord General is trying to cut off the Blood Crusher here with the Melter Guns. ValHero quite rightly staying as far away as possible. And the CSM are there to tie him up. I don't think he's going to get this done. Might get a couple of shots off. There we go. There was one. Yeah, but it's going to be tied up by everything in the world, basically. 190 to 235. Another Chimera on the way for Toilailee. There it is. Plague Champion has been repurchased. The turret is still up. The bunker is still up. And there's a 2-1 now for Toilailee. Ogren's got level 2. That's going to help him out quite a lot. Although these guys are almost level 4, so going to have that 2 level difference again soon. Level 3 Blood Crusher 2. What's he up to? 793 hit points, eh? Not bad for a Blood Crusher. Maybe they can grab the mid. Not sure if the turret can reach there. It must be able to. Yeah, look how far it can shoot that Plague Champion from. Plague Champion's leading the line. He is quite tough with the Armor of Pestilence. Now going for the Plague Fist here. CSM trying to flank. ValHero's done a good job trying to attack from different angles. Noxious Cloud now. Oh, Creeping Barrage. Noxious Cloud does do heavy melee damage, I believe. So it is helping against that turret, and the Plague Fist should finish it off. There we go. And there's the Pestilence Strike and the Aura of Decay. It's going to be a dead Plague Champion, though. Pestilence Strike's not going to help him against Ogrins smacking his skull to pieces. 144 to 235. Blood Crusher taking a lot of damage very quickly. Can it get away, though? Leads the Ogrins away. Another heavy turret from Toilailee. Plague Champion, sorry, Plague Marines went way too far in there. Not sure what they were going for. Were they trying to steal the bunker, maybe? They might have been trying to steal the bunker and they could just shoot this stuff quite easily. Loving the LG, says ValHero. 144 to 201. Triple cap here for the Plague Champion. But Toilailee is looking quite strong, I think. These level 4 guardsmen. The Ogrin is starting to have a big impact as they level up. Lord the General himself is level 7. And they have this corner shut down with easy access to the 2 VPs. It might be tough for ValHero to approach this. Blood Crusher is... Can we get a level 4 Blood Crusher? That would be amazing. Toilailee have already got 1,000 hit hours on the Lord the General alone. Yeah, I don't doubt it. Hate this map as IG. It's so hard to cap sides. Okay. By sides they mean the 2 VPs in the corners, I think. Yeah, VP can't get a VP lead, they say. Got that 2-1 right now. Oh, was ValHero pop capped for a while there? Probably when they had the Raptors up, eh? Can ValHero get anything done here? Does have the awesome for capping Plague Fist Plague Champion, level 5 with Armor of Pestilence and a Mucus Discharge. Should be able to get a few decaps at least. Maybe they're going too hard after the heavy turret, because that's an anti-vehicle weapon. It does struggle to hit infantry, so it's really only a threat to the Blood Crusher here. Heretics having to flee. They wish they had Touch of Nurgle right there. That would have been awesome. 104 to 178. Plague Champion heals himself. Has he already used the Plague Pestilence Strike? Here comes double CSM. The turret still can't shoot very well on this side. Ogrins are there though. Trying to protect their Lord General. Ogrins make amazing bodyguards in the lore apparently. Heavy Weapon Squad just got inside of the garrison. The Plague Champion did get the VP. There's the 2-1 for ValHero. Not sure how long they can keep up this pressure though. Maybe they should have gone for like a shrine around here. Maybe that would have been good. Plague Champion's gonna die. Oh, he got his Bile Spear back in hands. Oh, come on. Here come some Stormtroopers now. So now they can grenade the hell out of the double CSM as they approach, I suppose. Heavy Weapon team refused to shoot the CSM, apparently. Oh, when they got into the garrison. I think they mean. It's going to be a 2-1 again for Toilailee. A Chaos Dreadnought on the way. That's pretty fun. Man, I wish we had a Nurgle Dreadnought. With that big pot belly that the Death Guard one has. And like a big Bile Spear on its arm or something. I don't know how effective that would be. Maybe a Bile Spear on one arm and an autocannon in the other. That would be pretty fun. Super anti-infantry Dreadnought. 95 to 151. Blood Crusher. Come on, get level 4, buddy. You want to see it? There's a little bit of XP. So they're going to anti-armor Stormtroopers. Ogrins turn to engage. They just got a heal there from the medical sergeant. Now they have Chimera support and a bunch of plasma gun support too. There's the melter bomb on the Blood Crusher from the Stormtroopers. And down it goes, finally. Ooh, Noxious Cloud. They duck into the Chimera Yeti. Ogrins could not fight double CSM even with the plasma gun support there. These leveled up CSM did really well in melee actually. Down go the Heretics. The Chaos Dreadnought is where? It's Mark of Khorne. Going towards the northeast, it seems. Double cap for Toilailee. 26 to 151. Not sure what these CSM are going to do down here. Maybe just keep the Chimera down there. Plague Champion is going to get the VP, I think. Where the heck is the Dreadnought? Oh, here it is. It's a really cool looking model with the little cage on top, featuring human skeleton. Awesome stuff. Grim Dark to the max. Plague Champion got it. Now I've got some Heretics on the way. They're not giving up. But Toilailee has a massive army advantage here. And VP advantage, as you can see. Now they're going northeast, I guess. Here comes the Lord the General. And just watch the mid, yeah. I think the Ogrins and the Lord General is enough to deal with the Plague Champion, probably. Especially if they can avoid the Pestilence Strike hits. There's the heal. Heavy Weapon Squad, where is it? Oh, it's there. I thought it would be inside the garrison. There's the Pestilence Strike. Doesn't use it to get damage in, though. And there's the Aura of Decay. There's the Dreadnought coming up. Dreadnought's coming up to the northeast. Lord the General goes for the cap. Nope. Goes for shooty time. And kills the Plague Champion. Now goes for the cap. Chaos Dreadnought's going to have some fun now. Or not. There's a concede from ValHero. Ogrin tier 3 unit. Apparently. According to ValHero. I think Toilailee, when they sent me this game, they said that they dropped from a Steam maintenance server error thing around 6 VPs. So at some point, Toilailee was not controlling these guardsmen in the last 30 seconds or so. But they did alright. Confirmed. AI is better than Toilailee, or just as good, I think. We had a level 8 Lord General here. And a level 6 Plague Champion. The Ogrins were awesome. Got to level 3. The double CSM were awesome, actually. And so did his Guardsman. His Guardsman did so much work. Traded so well throughout the game. Disappointing in this turret. Couldn't seem to shoot things reliably. And the Chimera's back there. Well, there you have it, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. and I'll see you next time.